Well, I'm just saying. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It is.
You cannot be offended in the office of
offended.
duty. No, you cannot.
I can be
No, you
offended.
cannot,
I
because
can.
you've got to. You've got to expect. No, you've got to expect language. Okay, and saying turd. Okay, is in the actual English dictionary.
Original footage credit goes to Plod or not to Plod. Do subscribe to its channel.
Hello.
What are you doing here, mate?
Well, who are you? Don't talk to me like that. Okay, and you should learn how to drive instead of driving on the pavement. Yeah, who are you? Okay, you don't talk to someone like that. Meatheads. She'll have one last look around, told you. See, look at the aggression. An absolute turd. I'm good, thank you.
Right from the start, we witness an aggressive approach that appears inconsistent with professional standards. The key test here is polite first contact. Officers should identify themselves before demanding information from the public. When the first officer drives onto the pavement and immediately demands, "Who are you?" this falls short of basic courtesy protocols, setting a confrontational tone that typically escalates situations rather than resolving them.
Well, first of all, can you identify yourself properly, please?
What's that?
Well, you've approached me, and it's in your policy to actually identify yourself.
Still in the back of the police building.
And your point is what? Can you identify yourself first?
Yeah, B225763.
Sorry, say that again?
B225763.
Thank you very much.
Police in command. Safe transport team 3 Queen Police Station.
No worries, thank you very
Why are
much.
you stood here at the gate?
Pardon?
Why are you stood at the gate?
Well, am I
Filming
doing
cars.
anything wrong?
Huh?
Am I doing anything wrong?
Well, you're filming private cars, not police
No,
cars.
I'm filming public property.
No, you're filming cars.
I'm filming. No, that's what you're presuming.
Well, I've just been
I can
told.
film whatever I can see in public.
I've just been told you're filming private cars.
You're right. Afternoon, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Could you identify yourself as well for me, please?
Why?
Well, you've come in and you've approached me.
Yeah.
So it's in your policy to actually identify, okay, and failure to identify will result in retraining. Okay, so I'm asking you properly to identify yourself, please, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine. So why are you sitting here
No,
recording
if you
everyone?
can identify yourself first, and then we will carry on with a conversation.
I think there's times where I have to identify myself.
Yeah, you do.
And there's times I simply have to
Yes, you
identify
do.
it.
Yes, you do.
Purpose of you recording here?
So you're
Okay.
basically coming down here just to try and provoke some sort of confrontation. Is that just...
No, I'm filming public property. That's what you're presuming, okay? Don't make a presumption on what
Okay,
I'm
then
doing.
What is your reason for
Okay? Well, first of all, identify yourself properly.
I can see it from Croydon Police Station.
Okay? And your
So
shoulder
what-
number, please.
It's on my shoulder, you can see it.
No, not everyone can read numbers. That's why I'm asking
you
you
not?
to say it.
Do you need
Okay.
help with that?
Well, why do you think I'm asking you to say it? No, I'm asking you to say it, please, sir.
That's what I say.
Okay, so people that can't read numbers, that's all what you do.
Well, anyway, so
Okay, that's why I'm asking
police
you
station,
if you can actually say what your actual shoulder number is, please.
Here we see a fundamental principle being tested. Officers must identify when asked. The officer's refusal to verbally state his shoulder number appears inconsistent with accessibility requirements. While the number is visible, verbal confirmation helps those with visual impairments and creates transparency that generally builds public trust.
Okay?
You wouldn't like if we started calling you names?
Well, you're in an office.
Can you stop
of
pointing at
power.
me like that?
I will point as much as I want.
Well, it's a bit aggressive, isn't
Okay?
it? No one's been
No,
aggressive to you.
No,
You've come
you'll
out to make sure
come.
that
You'll
you're
come in,
okay
and you
and
two
you're
are both
safe.
pushing me closer and closer to this curb. Okay, so I'll actually ask you
You
to
were
take
stood
a
on the
step
road a
back.
minute ago.
No, I wasn't. Not when
Yes,
you
you
approached
were.
me. No, I was not.
You were. You
So
were
I'll
stood
ask
on
you
the
to
road.
take a step back if you wouldn't mind, please, sir. And then I can
Oh,
move
please.
forward from the curb. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Safer now, do you?
Okay.
Well, now there's a car coming.
I'm perfectly fine now.
Brilliant. Right, now why are you still outside the
It
back
makes
of
a
the police
difference
station?
why I'm here. I'm
Filming
filming
the back
public
gate.
property,
Yeah, but you're also filming private cars.
and I'm doing nothing wrong.
But why do you need to do that?
No, if they get caught
Where
in
is
it,
this
I'm
filming
filming
going?
public property. It makes a difference
Well, it
what I
does.
do with it. No, it does
It
not.
does to me.
No, it does not.
You're going round and
Well,
round
then
in
you
circles.
should not have approached me. Okay, you got this meathead here. Okay, and he is a complete meathead and
You're
should
kind of-
not be anywhere near the public.
Why is that?
Your abusive
Okay.
tone is getting kind of irritating, sir.
Yeah. Well, you're irritating.
I know, but
You're
you're being kind
irritating.
of abusive, and that's
I'm
what
not
it
being
is.
abusive.
You threatened me.
I haven't threatened you at all.
Oh, no, sorry,
How
not
have I
threatening.
threatened you?
Quite right, you haven't threatened.
Okay, so
You've
that.
been abusive by calling
Okay.
me names.
Well, I'm
is a
just
public
saying.
order offence.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It is.
You cannot be
Threatening-
offended
I can
in the
be
office of
offended.
duty. No, you cannot.
I can
No,
be
you
offended.
cannot
I
because
can.
you've got to.
I've
You've
got
got
to
to
have slightly
expect.
thicker skin than
No,
the average
you've
member
got
of
to
public.
expect language. Okay, and saying turd. Okay, is in the actual English dictionary. So
Being
look it up.
abusive.
Look it up.
Stop being abusive.
Look it up. Okay, turd is not
Stop being
abusive.
abusive.
Turd is not
Stop
calling me
abusive.
names.
I should point
It's
as much as I want.
Because it's a bit rude, isn't
No, I should point
No
as
one's
much
been
as I want.
aggressive towards you.
I should point as much as I want.
it? All right.
Okay.
Oh, so do you want to
The turd exchange highlights an important distinction: offensive words versus illegal words. While calling someone unpleasant names isn't generally criminal, officers escalating over dictionary words rather than de-escalating suggests they're taking things personally, which typically undermines professional standards.
mean, do you?
I do know what it means.
That's what it means. You don't
I
even
do know
why
what it
you're here,
means.
do you?
Pardon?
You don't even know why you're here.
Really? Okay.
To monetize the video, that's all.
Oh yeah, make
Get
money
content.
Who actually said that? Who said that?
You explain it then. What are you here for?
Okay. I'm filming a public service.
For?
Okay. It makes no difference what for.
It makes no difference. You're
I
gonna
had a
say-
nice conversation with two officers. Okay.
Indeed
Then
you
you
did,
come out,
right.
right, and you have a big issue with the public. Okay. So do
No,
me
I have
a
a big issue with
right.
people that
I'm
come to police
going to
stations
say
to
it very, very
invoke
straight to you.
confrontation
No,
just to
you
monetize the
approach
video.
me. You approach me.
Of course I did.
You approach me. So what I say
And
to
you know
you,
I'm gonna
what I
approach
would
you.
say
That's why
to
you go to
you,
police stations.
what I would say to you
You and
is
your
you
ilk
jog
do
on
exactly
and do
that.
your work. You jog on and do your work. I don't need to speak to you.
Concerns.
What security concern? Is the
Exactly.
building secure? Is the building secure?
Are the people secure?
Is the building secure?
What, you standing
Is
right by
the
the
building
gate as it's opening?
Is the building secure? Yes or no?
You're standing by a gate as
Yes,
it's
it's a
opening.
gate, but
You
I'm
can
on
walk
this
through
side
at
of the
any time,
gate.
couldn't you?
That's a presumption.
It is
Am I
presumption.
on this side of the
So I need
gate?
to
Yes
come
or
over and
no?
speak to you to find
Am
out
I
what your
on this
intention
side
is.
of the gate? Yes or no?
Of course you are.
Right. So is the building secure?
I'm
Yes
standing
or
here
no?
chatting to you. You
Is
ain't
the
going through that
building
gate, are you?
secure? Yes or no?
As long as I stand and chat to you, it
Okay.
is.
So you're in uniform. So does that mean
Well
then?
spotted.
So does that mean then, when you look at officers that have actually murdered people, okay?
Yes, sir.
So because you're in uniform, can I turn around and say that you're a murderer? Okay, because you're in uniform.
You'd be factually inaccurate,
Okay,
wouldn't you?
exactly. So by telling me that I'm going to go through that gate is the exact same. So
I have
you
said
need
you were going to go through that gate,
you
sir.
need to
That's a
actually bring
presumption
it
on
back
your part,
into
sir.
place,
a
right?
presumption on your
You need to
part.
bring it back into place. Go and do your job, right? Stop abusing people, right?
you are
And
now.
do one. Okay, and
This security discussion reveals circular logic. The officer suggests filming creates security risks, yet the building remains secure behind gates. The test is simple. Public view equals public right. If something's visible from public space, filming it is generally lawful, regardless of the subject's comfort level.
Find me your
right, so
details.
then here's the question for you. Under Section 50 then,
Of the official format,
under Section
if you
50,
don't reply-
you've got
give me
to
your
have
details.
proof. No, you've got to have
If
proof.
you don't provide me your details, you can be arrested for it.
Okay, go for it. I want to see an inspector then, please.
Why?
Okay,
things
I'm
first.
entitled to see an inspector, right? And if
One thing
you're
at a
if you're
time. So
actually
what is your
using
details,
Section
sir?
50, okay, I need you to actually use the words correctly in Section
your name,
50
sir?
and what part of Section 50 you're using, please.
What's your name?
What
please,
part
sir?
of Section 50 are you using?
We're not going to have to keep.
What part of Section 50 are you using, please?
We're not going to have to keep conversation.
Well,
about
no,
this.
you need to tell me what part of Section 50
And I
you're
have done.
using for. No, you
Due to
haven't. You
antisocial
just said
behaviour,
Section
I'm
50.
requiring your details.
Okay, so where's the antisocial behaviour?
You stand here constantly calling us
Okay,
names.
that's not antisocial
It will-
behaviour.
It will be for me.
Well, for
So-
you, okay, you can't be the arresting officer.
Okay.
Okay, nor can you because you're directly involved.
You haven't been
You're
rude to me.
directly involved. You
haven't
have
been
been here. You're directly involved.
Apart from
So
you
you need
point-
to get that
continuously
correct.
aggressively
You need to
pointing
get
your
that
finger
correct.
at me.
Okay. As I said, I'm asking for a superior officer, so you can get a sergeant or an inspector. That'd be cool,
Well,
please.
you don't need a sergeant. or
Well,
inspector
that's
for
what I'm
this.
asking for.
So, are you going to provide your details or not, sir?
I'm not going to provide anything because I've done nothing wrong.
So
Well,
you-
you can be guilty of an offence if any person is arrested for failing to provide their true name and address may be arrested on the standard. Arrest provisions of the Police and Criminal Act 1984.
Okay.
Okay, I have.
Are you going to provide
if
your
I have
details
reason
or-
to believe that you're acting in an antisocial manner.
Yeah. And where is that antisocial behaviour? No, I'm not.
Well, you are. You're swearing.
No, I'm not.
You're swearing
Stanley,
people.
I'm not
Constantly calling us
swearing.
names.
Let's get it right. Turd is not swearing.
believe-
You're standing in that
Turd
street,
is not
constantly
swearing.
abusing
What
two
you
people.
believe and what
That is
actually is the
absolute-
law
Are you
is
in a-
different.
Are you in a public place?
Okay? I'm in a public place.
Are you being
Is there
offensive?
members of the public here?
Yes.
They don't need
Where?
to.
Where?
We are members of the
Where?
public.
No, you're not. You're an officer.
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
you're
I'm
an
a member of
officer.
the public.
No, you're an officer. No, you're not a member of the public. You are an officer
so what
there
am I?
to uphold the law. Okay?
Yes.
Not
Which
abuse
am
your
I-
powers.
Who's abusing the power?
Okay? You tried to abuse Section 50 just now.
I'm not trying
Yeah,
to
you
do
did.
anything.
Okay, and you
I'm
still
required to
haven't
provide
put.
it.
Well, what you actually require, I require a superior officer as my actual legal right. So I've asked you to actually get a sergeant or an inspector to come
One
out.
thing at a time.
Okay. Well, then you
Are
do
you
that
gonna provide
first,
the
and then
details?
we'll move forward from there.
Are you provide details
Okay.
or not?
I told you no.
No. Okay, fine. So at this point, then I'm going to have to arrest you for breaching Section 50, aren't I?
Okay, go
Do we
for
really
it.
have to do it?
It's your choice, not mine.
Well, no.
Now we witness Section 50 being deployed, which requires antisocial behaviour causing harassment, alarm, or distress to the public. The crucial issue here, the officers themselves cannot generally be the complainants when they initiated contact. This appears to stretch the law beyond its intended purpose.
I've got
Answer
no
my
problem
question.
having a discussion with you.
That doesn't
Okay.
answer my question of why you're stood here filming the back gate.
Well, am I doing anything wrong?
You don't have to do anything wrong for us to
Am I doing anything
In
wrong?
this day and age,
In this day and age of what?
there is a lot of issues.
Like what?
Security.
Okay,
you've
and
got
as I said,
terrorism,
is the building
you've got
secure?
domestic terrorism.
Is the building secure?
If people are filming cameras, gates, key locks,
I'm filming public
cars
property.
coming in and out, private cars coming in and out.
Okay.
Not all police vehicles.
I try not
There's
to get
private
private
cars
cars.
in
I try not to get private
don't
cars.
know what a private
Well,
car
it makes
is
no
and don't.
difference. Well, if it gets caught, I'm still doing nothing wrong.
I mean, you could quite easily have stood out on the pavement and done
Well,
it.
I can stand exactly where I want on public property.
Well, what depends what you call it, private
Okay.
property and public
Well, a
property.
police station is public property. As long as I don't
Only-
enter a restricted area, okay, then I'm actually standing where I'm publicly accessible, allowed to
That
go.
would be the front office.
Okay,
You're
and
not
exactly
allowed to-
here,
Right.
and exactly here.
But
If
this
I
is a
went,
little bit dangerous. You've got cars coming in and out.
makes no difference.
And
I'm
you've got
standing
private
on the
cars
pavement,
coming in and out.
and
There is no
your
policing
point is
purpose
what?
for you to be here, is there?
Okay, I'm entitled to stand here
What's your
and to
lawful
film.
purpose for being here?
Okay, filming in public is completely lawful.
Absolutely.
Okay,
However, you're
so
going into
that's why,
a police station.
and
which
that is
illegal.
completely lawful
Well, why do you need to do that?
because it is lawful.
It's not really.
It is law. It's not.
You
Okay,
need a
right.
law
I'm
for
just,
it may
just
be
so you know,
lawful.
I'm just going to go into my bag for a minute just to pull something out
It may
for
be
the both of
lawful,
you.
but again,
Okay.
why do
Don't
you
you bring
need
out
to do
anything
it?
silly and
Okay.
something.
No,
silly
that's
might
why.
happen.
That's why I was telling you what I was doing.
Well,
Okay.
a lot of people have
Right.
done that and pulled knives out.
Right. There you go, sir.
Who is this?
Okay. Right. You should know who they are by the actual address set at the top.
Hold on.
Yes. Do you know who they actually are at the MPCC? Yes.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So you should be fully aware of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
did it actually tell you in there? Okay. And you'll actually see what it actually states, that I'm completely lawful to actually film any police officer, any property of the police. Okay. Any station, anything.
To plod or not to plod?
The arrival of more officers shows a different approach. One attempts reasonable dialogue about security concerns. However, the fundamental point remains. Standing on public property with a camera isn't generally suspicious activity requiring justification, even near police stations.
This is why we do this.
No,
Okay.
no,
You
you
abuse your
provide
power.
confrontation.
First of all, could I just ask you to identify yourself?
Yeah,
Could you do the
1833
approach?
Sir November.
Thank you very much, sir.
How are you?
Not too bad.
What was
Yourself?
your- well, I'm not going to ask you what your purpose is, 'cause I know your purpose is, because I've seen your videos. How are you?
Not too bad.
That's
Not
good.
too bad at all.
How long are you planning to stand outside
I
the
have
police
no
station?
idea. Yeah, I could be here for 10 minutes. I could be here for half an hour. I couldn't tell you.
Right, okay. Are you just doing that Croydon? Are you going to Sutton again? Or
I have no idea yet. I have no idea.
you done Bromley?
Okay. Who knows?
Right, well. Have you had a nice interaction with my colleague?
This gentleman, not too bad. Not too bad. But this gentleman trying to abuse certain powers.
Well, so it's
Okay.
to plod
Thank
or
you
not
very
to
much,
plod,
sir.
you say?
YouTube to plod or not to plod, yeah.
Okay. Do
It
you know
just
his
goes-
details? Or are they on the
No,
system? Are they on the
I don't know if
system,
anyone's got them. I just know what the YouTube channel name is.
Okay. If we know who he is, then there's no reason to acquire his details any further. There you go, fella. That's wanting to arrest you.
Yeah, he just goes around to literally. He's done here before. Sutton, Bromley. I don't know if he's done Bromley. He just goes around on every nick.
I know. Just so he can harass police
Do I have a job?
officers, get some
What does that have to
confrontation.
do with it?
I just wondered.
And as I said, what does
Well,
that
I
have to
just
do with
wondered.
it?
It's a yes or no answer.
Okay. Well, I don't need to answer it.
How much
just
money
wondered.
do you make per video?
I don't need to answer that.
I just wondered why it's on your days off. You just
come to
Because it's a public service, and it's when you look at people like this, okay,
much money
that
do you make
decide
per
to
video?
actually abuse members of the public and try to abuse their actual powers, right? That's the problem.
How much money do you make per video?
Okay.
Since you're just constantly harassing an organisation.
You've actually got quite a...
Arresting an organisation.
I know that provoked you a little
You
bit.
mean
I knew that would get you
so you're
riled.
deliberately trying to provoke?
No, you're just easy
No,
provocable,
well, you
aren't
just
you?
admitted that you were trying to provoke.
Right.
You just admitted that you were
How
trying
much do
to
you get paid
provoke.
for doing this?
Okay,
Also, you don't do this. How much do you get paid per video?
that's irrelevant.
I'm curious.
It's irrelevant.
Lots of things are irrelevant, but I'm curious as how much
Okay.
you do it. Why is it
Cool, you
really worth
changed
your
it,
while?
didn't
To plod or not to plod?
There's an old picture, isn't it?
But now that we've established that you are just here for monetised videos and you are an auditor, I do have a serious question for you.
Well, you can have a question, but I don't have to answer.
No, and I'm sure you probably won't because it might be a bit too difficult and you might say something stupid. The question will be this. Now, you know that police officers will come out and speak to you, which is why you target police officers, because of security concerns. Yeah?
I'm happy to engage with whatever officer comes out. As I said,
But you
there
know
were
we are
two
going to engage with you.
Exactly, and that's
because
how
of
it should
security
be.
concerns,
That's how it should be.
which is why we're
okay?
here in the first
But
place.
then, as you know, as a member of the public,
But you
okay,
also know the
you
reason we're
should be
checking
aware
is
that members
covert
of the public
surveillance is
can
an
do
issue,
whatever
yes.
they want, okay? And as long as I stay within the law,
not
exactly
saying
what
you
I've
haven't gone
done,
without the law.
okay,
You said you haven't done
then
anything
I've
unlawful.
done everything lawful,
Yeah,
okay?
I'm not saying
The sergeant's arrival brings recognition of the filming purpose, acknowledging it's for YouTube content. Interestingly, this shifts the dynamic. Knowing someone's exercising their rights for education rather than hostile reconnaissance typically should de-escalate concerns, yet tensions persist about monetized videos.
I
what
don't
I'm
need
saying
to.
is-
I don't need to tell you who I am.
Some officers might deem your behaviour as antisocial, which
Good
is why
afternoon, sir.
Section 50 of the police format will come into play.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I understand you wanted to speak to me.
Could you identify yourself properly for me,
I'm
please?
Sergeant Weaver,
Sergeant Weaver, and your shoulder number, please.
177C2.
Thank you very much. Okay. Well, if you wouldn't mind, if we can actually have a conversation in private, please. Okay. I'm happy for you to come along if you wish.
Conversation private, so you can turn that off.
No, I don't need to turn the camera off.
If you want a conversation in private, then...
No, I'm entitled to film.
Okay, you want to touch it.
I'm entitled to film, and that's what I'm going to do.
How can I
Okay.
help?
Right. Your officer over there.
Yep.
Okay. Look, now he's actually following, so I'm actually going to ask for to actually put in a formal complaint, please. Okay, you're on duty and I'm entitled to do it with you in uniform. So if we can actually do that, please, that would be
What
most
would you like to
appreciated.
complain about, sir?
About your officer and his conduct.
What would you like to complain
Well-
about? As in, what's he done for you to complain
Is
about?
his actual conduct in the way that he actually deals with the public.
Okay.
Okay?
So,
Well,
what's happened?
your officer is standing right there.
Yes.
I'm asking to actually do this in private without him being there, right? And if you fail to actually fulfil that, then you are also in breach
okay. And brief
okay.
what, sir?
of your actual code of conduct, okay, and what the actual law is.
What-
I'm asked to put in a complaint about this said officer here. You were refusing to actually go into a private room to actually do so.
I haven't refused
Okay.
at all, sir.
Well,
Like,
then,
you
if we
asked to
if we
speak
can
in
then do that,
private.
please.
If you want to make a complaint, sir, you can go to the front office.
Well,
and
no,
ask to
you're the
speak to the
sergeant.
duty inspector,
You're the sergeant,
or
and I'm entitled to actually put the complaint into you. I'm
You want to
entitled
make-
to put the complaint into you.
want to make a
Okay,
complaint, sir?
I'm entitled to put the complaint into you as a sergeant on duty.
Okay, what I can do,
Okay.
I can pass your details on to
No, I would
Oh.
like to make the complaint. Are you refusing to take my complaint?
what I'm trying to advise you. sir,
No,
how
I
to
don't
make
want
a
your
complaint.
advice. I want what the actual law is. Are you
The
refusing?
law in relation
Are
to
you
making a
refusing? Are you refusing
I think
to
you're-
take my complaint?
Sir,
Now
what I'm-
answer that question.
Okay,
Are
if
you
can stop
refusing to
talking over
take
me,
that
then maybe we
complaint?
can get somewhere.
It's a simple question. Are you refusing to take
If you stop
my
talking over
complaint?
me, maybe we can get
No,
somewhere.
it's answer that simple question first.
I'm telling you the process and how complaints are received and how.
No,
how
are
complaints
you
dealt with.
refusing to take my complaint?
What happens is you can do it one of two easy ways or three
Don't tell me
easy
about a
ways.
phone. Okay,
you can
don't
go
tell
into
me
the
about a
front
phone.
office and I'll speak to the
You're a
duty
sergeant,
inspector.
you're on
You
duty,
can call
and I
911
wish to actually put
and
it to
make a
you.
complaint very
Okay, I wish to do it
Or
to
you
you
can
as
do it-
the sergeant on duty, please.
Or you
I
can
wish
do it-
to do it to you, sir, as a sergeant on duty. Are you refusing to actually take my
I'm
complaint?
trying to tell you.
Yes.
With complaints, as the sergeant is trying to explain, is processes that we have to follow. We can't just stand here and do it here because.
And that's why I've asked them to actually do it in a
No, but
in a
I
room.
mean, you've got to go through certain channels to do it. Just doing it here, it's not going to work, unfortunately. So, like the sergeant trying to explain, you can either go to the front office and make a complaint. You can either do it on 101 and make a complaint, and then, or you can do it online, and it filters through them.
Okay.
To the correct
So then,
department
when
that
we
will
then
get back
look,
in
okay,
contact with
doing
you.
it online, okay, and doing it on the phone with disconnection,
Is-
right?
Is
with-
you got, well, you can do it in the front office, it's open.
Okay.
because it's got to filter through the correct channels. It can't just. It needs to be done properly. There's certain procedures and policies that we have to follow when it comes to complaints.
Yeah, but then,
That's why my
the
sergeant
way
can't
that it
explain
is
that to you.
actually laid out, okay, to do with
Sorry,
an
say
actual
again?
complaint, to do with the law and the way it's laid out,
Yeah.
I'm entitled to put in a complaint
Of
or
course you
report a
are.
crime
course
to
you
any
are.
officer on
Yes.
duty in uniform.
The complaint procedure discussion exposes a common frustration, being directed to online forms rather than having concerns addressed immediately. While forces have formal processes, the principle of accessible complaints means sergeants generally should at least document initial concerns rather than deflecting entirely.
Right, so tell me what happened then that makes you think that he abused his powers.
Well, not think he abused his powers, he did abuse his
Well,
powers.
it's an opinion, isn't it? So
Okay.
what made you...
No, it's not an opinion,
No,
it's
it
what
is.
the law is.
Okay, so tell me
It's what the law is,
happened,
okay?
Right, so all right, I'm trying to understand what happened. What happened, so then I can make an assessment. What happened?
Well, he tried to abuse Section 50.
Okay, so what happened in the lead
Okay,
up to that?
I want to make. Well, he was quite rude.
Okay. So
Okay,
tell me what happened.
very
You were
aggressive.
Here, they've come out to speak to you. What happened? Tell me what happened.
Well, they went straight for me filming the back gates.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what I'm doing is perfectly lawful and perfectly legal. They made several accusations right away from terrorism all the way through.
They asked you questions.
Okay. No, they made accusations.
Right, what did they say to you?
Okay. And the accusations were to do with me filming security cameras.
Okay. Well, you filmed
Okay.
security cameras.
No.
Okay.
Okay. But I'm entitled to film whatever I can see. I'm entitled to film whatever I can see. Right. Then, just to obtain my details, right, he tried to actually use Section 50. Okay.
Did you
to
say
do with
anything-
antisocial behaviour.
Did you say anything that was antisocial? Did you call anyone names?
I use exactly what is in the English dictionary. Okay,
Okay,
and which
there's-
is perfectly lawful.
Okay. What did you say then, sir? Like, you're
Okay.
trying to be clever.
Well, no.
Just tell me what
Well,
you
no.
said.
Well, hang on. Now you're now going. I'm trying to be clever.
Well, you
no,
was.
no.
I'll say to you what you said, and you said I've used words in the English dictionary.
Exactly.
Like, why don't you
Okay.
speak to me like
well,
a normal
well, that
person?
officer is a turd.
You said that, did you?
Yes.
That officer's a turd.
Yes,
Okay.
which is perfectly lawful.
Okay, might be lawful.
Okay. No, not might be. It is lawful.
Right. Okay.
Okay. And it is perfectly fine, in which I said.
Did you say
Okay.
it repeatedly or said once?
Well, that's how I refer to him, as Officer Turd.
How often did you refer to him as officer turds?
Who knows?
Well, more than once.
Who knows?
Less
couldn't
than
tell
5
you.
times,
I
more
couldn't
than
tell
five? You couldn't tell me, or you won't tell me.
I couldn't tell you.
So you referred to him more than once then?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's Officer Turd.
Okay, that sounds quite antisocial to me.
Well, no, that's not antisocial.
Is it not?
No, it's not. Okay. If you actually look, in your officer duty when you're in uniform, you've got to expect certain words.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do. Okay. You cannot be offended. In the office of your duty. No, you cannot be.
What's
No,
what's
you cannot
happened there
be.
is I think there's been a bit of case law which has been misunderstood.
No, it's not misunderstood.
Okay.
You need to look properly.
It's not acceptable to call an officer repeatedly.
It's not acceptable for your officer to abuse his power,
Abuse his
and it's not
You're being
acceptable.
antisocial.
No,
I
that's not
expect
being
worse.
antisocial. It's
What-
not
how
being
is it- how is it
antisocial.
not antisocial?
Okay, that's his opinion and your so-called opinion.
Yes.
Okay, of antisocial behaviour.
Yes.
Okay, you've got to have proof of that antisocial behaviour. Okay, and there is no one there. And as I said, you cannot be offended in the officer's duty.
Of course we can be
No,
offended.
you cannot be.
Of course we
No, you
can.
cannot be.
Of course
Okay,
we can.
no, you cannot be.
Okay, we'll agree to disagree
Okay,
there.
no, we
I
won't
think
agree.
you're
We
wrong.
won't agree to disagree.
Okay,
It's a
right.
complete fact.
It's not a fact.
It is a fact.
Anyway, we're gonna. I'm not arguing with you
Okay.
about this. If you want to make a complaint, go into the front office,
Okay.
call
So-
101.
so in other words,
or
use
the
okay,
internet.
you're actually
Okay.
palming it off.
This deeper dive into Section 50 reveals the sergeant defending its use despite weak grounds. The test for antisocial behaviour requires affecting the public, not just officers who chose to engage. Using enforcement powers over hurt feelings appears inconsistent with the high threshold typically required for arrest powers.
No worries. Okay.
So how long are you planning to do this?
I have no idea, mate. I have no idea.
Well,
Okay.
you're
You know what I do.
I
Okay.
don't know what you do.
And as I said, I spoke to 2 other previous officers. Okay.
Yeah.
One was actually really chilled out. Okay. And it was actually all right.
Yeah, I'm alright. Is that plod or not plod?
Is it plot?
Plod.
Oh, I thought it was plot.
No, oh no. Plod.
This is going to be great to do with you on it.
Huh?
This is what I love the auditors because I love watching the videos. Because my colleagues look stupid on them.
Who do you normally watch?
There was, I can't remember the
Auditing-
guy's name.
Auditing
but I
Britain?
watched
AB.
one-
Yep.
He's one of
Did
them.
you? Is that where you got the idea
What's his name?
from?
Coleybergs.
Yep.
He's one of them.
I
Yep.
think one's with Coley.
What's the other one? There's more in there. They do make good watches, some of them.
Yeah,
AP's
well-
quite funny with his
well-
Is that where you got the idea from? Or did you come? Were you the original?
No, I weren't the original.
You,
I weren't the
I
original.
remember you did when
What
you
made
did
you want to do it
Sutton
in the first
didn't you?
place?
I first wanted to go out there to actually identify and to actually pull out good officers and to actually show not that there's bad officers, but there are so many good officers.
Oh, so you're doing it for
Because
positive reasons.
that is what I originally went for, okay? And it took a long while for me to actually get a positive interaction.
What? Well, this is the thing, because there are some auditors are doing it just to be annoying, right?
Yep.
How many followers you got?
How many?
Yeah.
Quite a few.
Go on,
I think he knows how many I've
How
got.
many?
20k views.
20k views.
No, 20k followers, subscribers.
Okay. Where's the best PlayStation you've gone to? Which one should I watch?
They're all different. They're all different in their
What-
own way.
Which one gets the best reactions?
Have a look through. See what you think. Have a look
I
through.
need at least a guidance of someone.
No, see, I can't.
Reese's on it in Sutton.
How many videos have you done?
I actually don't know. I couldn't tell you. I truly don't know. I've been going for just about a year.
Okay. And you've been all over the country?
I have travelled a fair bit. Yep.
What about Scotland?
Yep.
How are they in Scotland?
Not bad.
Not Scotland.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed that one.
We like Scotland at the moment.
Yeah,
don't
there were quite a few in Scotland.
we? Yeah.
So I know that I done
they get their back
Edinburgh,
up, yeah.
Glasgow.
Did they get their back up with you?
Not really. So, and I had interactions literally right the way from superintendent all the way down. I had quite a lot of high ranking in Scotland.
Really?
Yeah, which was quite insane.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so have a look. Okay, see what you think. Okay, if you don't like it,
Start with. I want to know which one to start with.
which one to start with? I'd say start with this one.
Croydon.
Yeah.
This one tonight, will
Well, I've already done Croydon once before.
it? Okay. I
Okay.
wouldn't come to Croydon if I were you.
Yeah. I know it's a little bit.
It's only people with people that have got nothing else to better to do. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
take care.
All right, have a good one, buddy.
The final officer demonstrates how these encounters should typically unfold: friendly, curious, even appreciative of accountability work. His admission that colleagues look stupid in videos shows self-awareness rarely seen. 3 key takeaways emerge. First, aggressive approaches create content, not safety. Second, officers who treat filming as lawful avoid conflict. Third, personality matters more than policy in these interactions. Thoughts on this encounter? Comment below. Subscribe for more accountability reviews and check out our breakdown of Section 50 misuse next. This video is educational, not legal advice. Always check local laws.